Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome to game week number 7 of the Premier League season.
Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thought. I will never let you go. Somebody calling you, think of somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close.
Manchester City, the kings of English football.
Yes boys, we're at game week number 7 of the Premier League. We have ourselves another guest, but last week's guest, Mr. Josh, got himself 26 points, but still out in front. He's Junior on 31 points. Without any further ado, let's get into game week number 7 of the Premier League. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan10 at checkout. Peace. Yes, starting off with the very first game in the game week is Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool in match day number 7 played against Wolves and beat Wolves comfortably and very easily. And Crystal Palace played against Everton and they lost for Everton's first victory of a Premier League season. Now, I think Liverpool win this. I think it'll be a 3-0 win to Liverpool. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game?
Guys, lovely to be back on Dan's channel. Nice to see you again. Unfortunately, I've been busy at uni, so we're filming it from the comfort of my uni house in Bristol. But I've been asked to do some predictions for this game week. My fantasy football hasn't been too far off, so we'll have a little look. See, my Super 6 has been close at times. So the first game is Palace versus Liverpool. I don't see Palace. They've been good, but I don't see them really scraping it. So I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool on the pure basis that Liverpool are just unstoppable at the moment.
Now we move to Arsenal versus Southampton. Now, Arsenal, as we know, are a very good team. Beat Leicester City very easily on the weekend. And Southampton lost 3-1 to Bournemouth. I'm not doing them a lot of market. Even he's saying they're under pressure. I believe they are under pressure. Sevilla are under pressure. I'm going to say Arsenal 4, Southampton 1. It will be an absolute battering in London. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game? Now,
next game will be Arsenal versus Southampton. Arsenal on great form. Southampton not so good. So we're going to say 2-0 Arsenal.
We move to Brentford versus Wolves. Now, Brentford played against West Ham and scored again early. Have Brentford employed a 30-minute coach? Because their last 3 games, let's just mention it. Man City scored early. Tottenham scored early in the first minute. West Ham scored early in the first minute. Are they okay against these other teams? But Wolves, on the other hand, aren't having the best of times. They lost again. They haven't won in 17 league games now. In any competition, in league they haven't won anyway. And I'm going to say Brentford 2, Wolves 1. And Brentford will probably score in the first minute again, like they have done on previous games this season.
Versus Wolves, it's going to be our first draw of the game week. I can see that being 1-0. Not very interesting at all. Both quite vanilla clubs.
We move to Leicester City against AFC Bournemouth now. AFC Bournemouth are a good team. Leicester are also a good team. And newly promoted Leicester, as we keep on saying, under Steve Cooper, who was not happy with the refereeing on the weekend, because they believe they should have got something out of that game. I'm not going into much detail on that. I'm not going into much detail at all, to be honest. And in this game, I'm going to say Leicester City 2, Bournemouth 2, my first draw of game week number 7. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game?
Next is Leicester versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth are really struggling. Leicester are actually on quite some decent forms. We're going to go 2-1 Leicester.
Now we move to Man City versus Fulham. Now, Man City in match day 6 played against us and got a 1-1 draw. They are really missing Wadri. But in the Champions League, to be fair, they were only playing Slovenia and Bratislava, and they ran to win that game. Obviously, they'd win that game. It's Slovenia and Bratislava. They're not my best team in the world anyway. So yeah. And I'm going to say Man City and Fulham, on the other hand, played against Nottingham Forest and won against Nottingham Forest. And I'm going to say it will be Man City 3, Fulham 1. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game? Now,
Then it's City versus Fulham. City, Fulham, newly promoted. So we're going to say 4-0 City.
We move to West Ham versus Ipswich Town. Now, West Ham got a point against Brentford and Ipswich. I did not think that Ipswich would get a point at Villa. At home to Villa. I did not think that would ever something I'll be saying. But are we going to get a point away to West Ham? If Linda Lap plays away, you played against West Villa, but yes, maybe potentially. I mean, anything is possible. I'm going to go Ipswich 2, West Ham 3, and West Ham will just about pinch it. I think West Ham will pinch it just. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game?
West Ham versus Ipswich. That's our second draw of the game week. I'm going to see that being a 2-2 draw. I just don't see it really being that thrilling. Maybe some goals here and there, some sloppy defending, maybe a penalty, but nothing too big.
And now we move to Everton versus Newcastle United. The last game on Saturday is a big one. Everton played Palace and they got a win. Everton have won a game in the Premier League this season. Congratulations, Everton. And Newcastle drew to Man City 1-0, but I think can get a result against Everton. I think it will be Newcastle 3, Everton 0. Sorry, Newcastle. But sorry, Evertonians. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game?
Everton versus Newcastle. Newcastle have kind of been climbing their way up. Everton are really struggling at the moment. So I'm going to say 3-1 Newcastle.
Now we go to high-flying Aston Villa and sorry-looking Manchester United. Yes, as time of filming this yesterday, John Duran pulled off another spectacular and special victory for Aston Villa, beating Bayern Munich. Yes, you've heard of it. Bayern Munich in the Champions League. However, Manchester United and Erik ten Hag, his job is seriously under pressure, losing 3-0 to a Spurs. Erik ten Hag is under so much pressure at the moment. I think he needs to beat Porto and then beat Villa to keep in a job. If we don't win this game against Porto, if you don't win against Porto tonight, no, it's their time of filming this, and against Villa on Sunday, I think his job may be on the line. I'm saying, and Villa 2, Manchester 1, I'm sorry, but I want to see Erik ten Hag go and bring in a fresh start and get in a brand new manager. You comments, who do you think will replace Erik ten Hag if he does eventually leave at Man City. There we go. And Ollie, what are you saying in this game?
Villa versus United. Sorry, Dan, mate, but Villa's winning this one. They just came off the win in a UCL game. So, I'm going to say 2-1.
And we move to Chelsea versus Forest, and Cole Palmer is on a madness. 4 goals against Brentford in a big game. I'm saying Chelsea 3, Forest 1. Another few goals from Cole Palmer and Ollie. What are you saying in this game?
Then we have Chelsea versus Forest. Cole Palmer. That's what I need to say. 3-1 Chelsea.
And the last game of game week is Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspur now. Tottenham, I think, will be good. Brighton will be good. I think 2 will draw in this game between Brighton and Tottenham.
And finally, Brighton versus Tottenham is going to be 2-1 to Spurs. See you later, mate.
And that will bring match day number 7 and get into an end. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next week. However, if you're subscribed to RTG, video on there in the next couple of hours. That's it. Maybe a few in the next couple of hours on the RTG. Yes, did that. Yes, I'll film it in advance, that one. So, like and subscribe, boys, and I will see you next week. Will Erik ten Hag still be in the job? Will Man United still be fighting in Europe? Who will be top of the Premier League? What will happen in terms of the league? Find all that out and a lot more next week. Goodbye.